We're seeing lots of sun. Temperatures are starting out pretty warm. We're at 71 degrees at the airport. Dew points are in the mid 60s, so it is starting out a little humid, but it's not oppressive by any means. We also have that wind coming in out of the north-northwest between about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're at 69 degrees in Denton, 68 in McKinney, 68 in Terrell, 70 right now in Corsicana. Satellite and radar showing some showers and thunderstorms that we had very late last night out to the west. They moved to east and they quickly fell apart as they began to approach the metroplex. So we stayed dry overnight, but right now we're still seeing at least a little bit of cloud cover. But right now, at least across the metroplex, a lot more sun than cloud cover. As we go throughout the day today, we're going to call it a mix of sun and clouds. I don't think it's going to be completely sunny, but it's still going to be pretty nice. In fact, by about 1 o'clock, mostly sunny, temperatures in the low 80s. Late this afternoon with peak heating, we're going to start to see some clouds start to build back in. So by then, partly cloudy with also a very low chance of rain and storms. The coverage late this afternoon and evening staying at about 10%. So most of us will likely stay dry. We just can't rule out an isolated pop-up shower or storm. As we get into your Memorial Day, temperatures still look really nice. I think we stay in the mid 80s, only 1 degree below normal. But by Wednesday, temperatures several degrees below normal. We're going to show you why that is coming up in just a little bit. Janelle? The wind is calm and very blue skies. Now we're at 70 degrees in Fort Worth, 69 in Denton, 68 degrees right now in Terrell. Satellite and radar showing a mix of sun and clouds after seeing some rain and storms late last night way out to the west, quickly falling apart as they approached the western sides of the metroplex. Well, we still have a chance of seeing maybe an isolated shower or storm later today, but the overall coverage remains pretty low. So I think we're starting out obviously right now with lots of sun. We're going to keep that sun around for at least the next several hours. But then by about 3, 4 o'clock or so, we start to see some isolated showers and storms popping up with the heating of the day. They don't last all day. Later this evening at about 7, it looks like most of the metroplex dry. There could be maybe a couple of sprinkles over near places like Fort Worth and then areas to the south and west. But even overnight tonight, that starts to really weaken and eventually goes away. Maybe a stray shower or storm. That's it. Now, starting out Monday morning, it looks like we're going to start out dry, very similar to what we've got going on today. Lots of sunshine early in the day, but then with that peak heating in the afternoon, we start to see some isolated showers and thunderstorms just kind of redevelop, but nothing severe. The coverage stays pretty low. I'm still going to keep it at about 10%. So for the next couple of days, only a 10% coverage, even on Tuesday, a 10% coverage. So most of the next few days will be dry. However, on Wednesday, the latest data coming in is showing showers and storm chances are starting to increase a little bit more. Not expecting severe weather at this point. It's still a little too early to determine that. But on Wednesday, we have that 40% coverage of rain and storm. So a few more of us will start to see rain. And then for your Thursday, the chance really goes down, and I actually have Friday dry for now. Now, with these rain chances moving in, and again, they're going to be low, temperatures staying a little bit below normal, but not that far. Today, only 2 degrees below normal. The average high jumps up to 87 for your Memorial Day, so that's when temperatures will only be a degree or 2 below normal. So for today, temperatures make it into the mid 80s. An isolated shower is a possibility late this afternoon and evening, and then overnight tonight, I think we stay mostly clear. It's going to be warm, it's going to be humid, and we're also going to have a pretty light wind. Looking at that 14-day forecast for tomorrow, temperatures back in the mid 80s. If you have outdoor plans, I would not cancel them. I would just have a backup indoor plan. And of course, if you hear thunder, go indoors. By Tuesday, mid 80s, still that 10% coverage. On Wednesday, a 40% coverage of rain and storms. So chances are looking a little bit more likely about midweek. Then we start to drop off those rain chances on Thursday. By Friday, it looks dry. Saturday also looks dry. The safe and cirrus clouds were at 71 degrees. The wind, it's fairly light. It's coming in out of the north-northwest this morning. We're at 69 degrees in Decatur, 70 in Fort Worth, 68 in Terrell, 68 degrees right now in Greenville. Satellite and radar showing we did have some showers and storms way out to the west very early this morning, late last night. Those quickly fell apart as they approached the metroplex. And so there were a couple people that maybe have gotten a few sprinkles west sides of the metroplex, but that's it. As we go throughout the next several hours, I expect us to stay dry. We're going to see a mix of sun and clouds, and it's really going to be warming up today. At about 1 o'clock, it's going to be a southeast wind between 5 to 15. Temperatures climb into the low 80s, but with that peak heating of the day, so after about 3 or 4 o'clock, As temperatures approach about 85 degrees, we will have at least a chance of seeing some isolated showers and thunderstorms pop up, but that coverage remains very low today. So I expect many of us to stay dry. We just can't rule out that isolated shower or storm. The coverage is only going to be at about 10% 4 o'clock through about 8 or 9 or so. Now, over the next couple of days, temperatures will be staying in the mid-80s. We do have some rain chances moving in, though, for the rest of the week. We're going to talk about exactly what it looks like hour by hour coming up in just a little bit. Janelle?
Cassie.